Hello Internet and welcome back to this guide slash review series of the Secret World. Last time I gave you a little introduction to the game itself. We did make it to the tutorial quest and we arrived in Kingsmouth. Today we're gonna take a look at the quest line of Sheriff Bannerman, and what do we have to do? Let's hear it from the woman herself.
Ain't this a heck of a thing? 3 years without firing a shot, other than putting down some animal got itself hit by a truck. These past nights, we've gone through bullets like candy at Halloween. I used that jail cell to dry out old paperwork mostly, or Bill Dexter when he'd had a bad one. Now I've got all these folks good as locked in here, and no sleeping it off for the morning either. The way things are headed, I'm seeing us outlasting our supplies. Not by much, if it comes to that. Andy finds what he can, but with the cruisers stuck propping up the barricade. So I'm obliged to anyone who'll poke around town a piece. Bring in the essentials. We can call it requisitioning. I don't think the store owners will be writing this one off as an act of God.
I know the game describes this quest as a hard one at the moment, but don't you worry, it is easy to beat if you follow this little guide. First things first, to find the different stores, we're gonna check this little phone book here. And I like the little references in here. Flagg's Pharmacy, H.P. Lofts and Crafts, King of Books. Yeah, they're not really subtle, but I like it, not gonna lie. The first stop on our supply run is Susie's Diner, where, if you are lucky, you can kill Susie herself. After you stop for ammunition at the Call of the Wild, you will encounter a new enemy. This robot is protecting Creed's hardware, and again he does look more intimidating than he really is. Just keep calm, use your attacks wisely and dodge, and you won't have any problem beating him. You will eventually end up at Kingsmouth's fire department. Here it's going to get a little bit difficult since the zombified firefighters do take a lot of damage until they go down. For melee fighters, I recommend to wait until they charge up their attacks, swoop in for some hits and retreat. Ranged characters shouldn't have any problem with these enemies. And after you collected all first aid kits, it's back to the sheriff office. Put your stuff into the supply closet and everyone's happy. I have to say, this quest seemed a little bit boring to me at first, since all you're doing is killing zombies. But that's only up to the point where the jury-rigged robot attacked you. Since it is guarding the hardware shop, it makes you think that the owner of the hardware shop built him and set him up to protect the shop. It's a nice little detail that shows that in a zombie apocalypse, everyone is out for himself. The next mission is going to be a little bit more interesting, since it is the first sabotage mission in the game. These missions stray from the usual go there and kill 10 these monsters or go there and collect that stuff missions, because you have to avoid guards or avoid triggering traps, and I personally think that's a good idea for an MMO that try to freshen up the concept of missions and quests. The game even rewards you if you manage to complete a mission without being detected, but more of that later. So let's move on to Horror Show.
Well, sure wasn't in our yearly budget to put the town under martial law. No, the good old boys on the council were all about thrifty spending, at least above the table. So I squirreled away where I could for some surveillance equipment. Police business, sure, let's call it civic awareness. I'm talking your webcams, your motion sensors. Oh, don't look so surprised. Kingsmouth might be out in the sticks, but we have electricity and everything. Running water and tourist season. Come back when this whole damn mess is blown over, I'll give you the tour far as the old lighthouse. But, to get to the point of it, seems to me we should bring that gear out of mothballs and get it hooked up around town. Gives me some early warning and the others a break from my collection of Jeopardy reruns.
The mission starts off innocent enough with you collecting surveillance cameras from the Sig Oil gas station and Kingsmouth saving and loans. But as you reach the mining museum, a little problem pops up. This will lead you to your first solo instance, where this guy is greeting you.
I think you should go away. You should go away now. You need to go away because I'm not feeling very stable right now.
Now those are ones of the traps I've been mentioning earlier. The first few laser beams and cameras are easy to dodge and avoid, but trust me, the second batch will test your patience. After you defused all traps, it is time to ask the janitor again for some cameras. By now you should have acquired some new abilities. Use them, they're gonna make the fight way more easier. All that's left to do is to go back to the sheriff's office, install the cameras, and you're good to go. I really enjoyed the sneaking portion of the mission since it is something different, it is something that I have never seen in an MMORPG. Yes, I got kinda mad that I couldn't finish the challenge to not be detected, but to be honest I got more angry at myself than the game. If you try this quest and fail at the sneaking portion, don't be upset like every other quest in the secret world. Besides the storyline quests, you can repeat the quest later on. I also like the little detail that after you hooked up the surveillance cameras to the sheriff's office computer, that you can actually watch what's happening outside. And you know it's not just stock footage of the game, since you can see other players run around outside. And this concludes Sheriff Bannerman's questline. Next time we will take a look at Deputy Andy's questline. And I can think of only one thing to end this video with. Dancing.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style.